In this second part, I'm going to show you how to use this for login. So if it is, we check this, if this and that will be in the saved array. I'm going to have a saved array, and then it will check it for the saved array. If it is exists, then it will do something. So let's go to the code. This is the code, and I'm going to create an array. As you see, the array, I'm going to create it here inside here at the moment. So you can have it as a simple array, which is string, and we call it username, names equal to new string, and then let me have example, just example. I will have it like 3. So this is if we want just empty array and we fill it up later, but usually if we have the values, we put the values here. I'm going to use the values as exist, so initialize it. I'm going to use username, the same one, string usernames equal to, instead of that, just I open curly braces and put here Abdullah, then Ahmed, and Ali. Okay, so this is now initialized with these values. I want to have passwords for them, so similarly I do the same thing here, copy and paste it here. Then I change this to passwords. Then let me put, usual passwords I prefer to be strings, because even it looks number, but strings is acceptable. Okay, so I'm going to put here 111 just for simplicity, 222, and 123. Okay, these are the, sorry, this is the name, in fact. So username at the moment is the same name as the person. Of course we can have a name and username like that. I want now to see if it is matching. I'm going to enter value, then if the value matching, so what we do, okay, here as you see the name of this, it's called txt username, and the name of this, it's called txt password. So let us check if this exists, or the existing value here in the username array same as the password in the array, the same index. Use parallel index or parallel arrays. It's called parallel arrays. Okay, so here what do we say? If the, okay, I'm going to go through each one of these to find if it is exists or not. How to do this? So I want to have the username now exists where? Exists in the txt username, and the password exists in the txt password. So I'm going to search now, to search for the username to see if this exists or not. How to search? I'm going to go through all the array elements and do this. So for int x equal to 0, x less than user names dot length, that's too much the length here, then x plus plus Let me just put this always. It doesn't matter if it is only one statement, but let me put it just for like clarity for you. Let's make it clear. So we have it now here. It will go through all the elements. I'm going to check the elements. If it is exist, then it will go to check the password. If it does not exist, then let's say not exist. Okay. So now if txt, what is the txt? Yeah, it's here. See, this is why you use the txt. Now both txts exist here. If txt username, okay, the username, this txt username is this one, but in fact I want the inside it because this is the name of the control itself. But inside it, this is the text of it inside. Like this is the label, label 1, but the value, the text value of it, as you see here, the text value is username text value. Similarly here at the moment, if you go to this one, it's called txt username, and the text value now empty. There's nothing here. But when we enter value, it will be in the text. So you cannot say like txt username because names. This is because this sorry, username. That's the name of that one. Txt username. Okay. So because now this is the name of the control, I want the text inside it. So dot text. This is how we get the value of the text inside that control. If this is equal to what? Equal to, I want to see the usernames here, go through them all. How to refer to them? Let's say usernames sub what? Sub x, because the x will go through from 0 to the length of it. So if it is equal, what I do, I will go to check the password in this case. To make it simple to see if it is exist or not, just I'm going to use Boolean here. Bool username exist. So initially it does not exist, so it's false. If it find it, then we can say username exist equal true if it is find it. Okay, so that at the end when I come here, if that username text, if it is that stay false, that means we didn't find it. But if it is true, turn to true, that means we found it. So what do we do here? You can say, let me say, if, just to check it, if user text exists, you see, you can say equal, if it is equal, true, or if you leave it like that means if it is true. If you don't say if it is equal. So if it is true, then I'm going to say the message box. Use the message box. And box, as you remember, tap, say username exists. Just to show you. Otherwise, if it is false, then else username not exist. I'm going to remove this one. See? So it's simply, we defined these as initial values. Now I put this as false because not exist. Now I'll go through all these, walk through all them until it is until it find it or not find it. So if it is go through all of them, if any one of them found, that turn it to true. If it is not found, it stay as false. So I check it. If it's true, of course you can say here equal equal true. That's the same thing, because this is boolean. You see, this is the if, it takes boolean here. So generally you don't need to put this one, but if you want to put it, that's up to you. So if username exists, that's the boolean. If it is exist, true, and find it, then you say exist. If it's not find that here, not exist. Username is not exist, and this is exist. Let us try run it. Okay, you see, now we need to fix this because the cursor start here. I want the cursor to appear where? Appear here at the beginning when I start. I'm going to show you in a minute. So here I'm going to put Abdullah and check, say exist. If I put Ahmed, say exist. Not exist. Why not exist? Let us see why. Because Ahmed, the A is the small. That's good to show you how to fix this. So this is Ahmed. Now it is exist. If I put anything else, it's a not exist. See? So now we want to fix this one, because Abdullah and Ahmed and Ali, you can put it in capital or small, any letter of them. That's acceptable in the username. So what do we do in this case? We want to convert. See now, when we check this, we want to convert it to capital letter, both of them, or to small letter, and then we check them. So I want to change all these usernames to capital, and this which I enter, I want to convert to capital. You can make it small also, but both small has to be. So dot to, there is a function called to upper and to lower. See, this is to lower and to upper. The to upper, as you see here, it takes nothing, no parameters, but to convert it to uppercase. Yeah, like that. So that means whatever you enter, it will be converted into uppercase. كلهم capital letters اللي موجود. Here same, if I put to upper, so this capital and this capital, then it will match, because Abdullah now it's converted all to capital, and what I enter here convert all to capital, and then check it. Let me try now the same thing that we encountered before. If I put Ahmed here, Ahmed in small, Ahmed in small letter, it should be exist, you see. If I put even this capital, exist. If I put this capital, exist. See, because all of them now exist, because this converted all to capital, and the exist value in the array converted to all capital, and compare the capital with capital. Okay, now we fix the tab, which is where it appear at the beginning. As you see here, we have seen when we started it appear here. So what's this? This is called something called here tab index. Tab index, that's the sequence of appearing the tab. As you see, the tab sequence here is 1. The tab sequence here as well is 1. Why? Because we copied this from here, so the 1 copied here. So what can we do? We can keep this as 1, the first one, and the second one we make it 2, or you make the first one as 0 and the second one is 1, or whatever. So now usually it go to from the smallest to the biggest, so we can go to this one, which is 1, and then it will go to this one, 2. Run it. See, we'll see the cursor now appear here. You see, not here, appear here. So directly you can type here whatever. Then when you press on tab, it will go. You see, here we have another problem because login looks like the second one coming. We want to have go from here to here. So tap here first, second, and third. How to do that? So let us see what's the login. The login here, the tab 2, you see, which is the same as this 2. So we make this 3. Well, I make it 3 now. Now, if I enter anything, you see it appear now in the first one, in the second one, but the second one we have a problem here, which is what? The problem of I don't want these to appear as letters because this is password. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then when you press tab, it will go to the login. See? Then tap, 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 like that. How to do this? Make it all star or something. It's simple. You go to this one, click here, and go to something called here in the property called password character. And you put the character you want it to appear here. You can put hash, you can put star or whatever. Let us put star just as normal. Everybody use it. Now that's it. Click on here. Enter anything. Tap. Enter anything. You see now it in stars. So we stop here and we continue in the next slide, inshallah. And the next video, inshallah.